as you see in the title, we're gonna make a pantry chili. And why am I calling it pantry chili? It's because I have everything on hand to create a chili. I had the turkey in the freezer. I consider that part of my pantry stock. I had the peppers in the refrigerator, the garlic sitting here from the garden. This pepper's from the garden. I've got the chili beans already canned up. That's coming out of my extended pantry. I have home canned tomatoes, and I might need more of these. But I've also got some Thrive products. I have a sweet onion that's been in the cold storage for the, so I can use them up. I'm going to use red and green bell peppers from Thrive and use up some of these bell pepper slices, as well as some diced chilies. And I'm going to throw together a delicious chili. I cannot wait to share this with you. So come on in close, and I'm going to start with chopping up the ingredients and measuring everything out for you. I'm going to get my meat browned off, and if you like these kind of videos, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Share in the comment section what you'd like to see next. I know a lot of you are requesting Thrive. There's some of you that don't like these kind of videos, but now's the time to click off. If you're not a Thrive follower, then you can certainly click off, but I am absolutely in love with it, so I'm going to use it. So anyway, let's get to the video and start cooking our chili. I want it to simmer for a couple hours before dinner. It's fall and brisk outside. It's absolutely wonderful. I love this type of weather, and tomorrow this chili is going to be even better. All right, come on in. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the ingredients, and then we'll get over to the stove. So I've got a big, sweet white onion that, these are so good. You can eat them like candy. One jalapeno, the garden pepper, and then a bunch of garlic, like 4 cloves of garlic minced up. We're going to go ahead with the peppers, the chilies that I have in here, and then the remainder, just to get these used up, the sliced peppers, I want to get those used up. And I went back to the pantry because I had to get a new thing of chili powder, and I realized that I had quarts of crushed tomatoes from 2015, so I have 2 quarts of those, 1 quart of chili beans from last March, and we are ready to make chili. That's as easy as it is. So let's go over to the stove and we'll get this ground turkey, and this is a pound of 93.7 lean ground turkey. Okay, so I've got my pound of ground turkey in here, and some of it's partially frozen, but it will thaw as we brown it off. And this is going to be good. It's going to get this used up out of the freezer, which I need to do. And then we will get the rest of the stuff, and I'll show you as I add it how much I add, and you can gauge it for your pot of chili. This Cuisinart stock pot, this is a 5 quart, and I'm sure it's going to be close to full, but I'm going to bring some of this to work for the girls, and they can see. And yeah, let's get to cooking the chili. It seems like the heat went right down. There we go. We're getting a little sizzle now. And I put a little bit of oil in the pan just to get this started so it doesn't stick. So we'll be back when I get this all browned up. Okay, so we've got our turkey pretty much. It's just about done. A couple of pieces have a little bit of pink on them, but I'm ready. And I'm ready to add my onions and peppers and garlic to the mix. In fact, I'm just going to scoop that up, just like that, a little scooper. And we'll saute that for a bit before we add the crushed tomatoes and the beans and all that, and spices. I'm going to start my spices right now. These crushed tomatoes smell like fresh tomatoes, and they're from 2 years ago. So I want to rotate, you know, what I've got. So this over here in the sink. And we're going to saute this up. Let me grab a different utensil now. And, ooh, yes. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead with the Thrive vegetables as well right now, because they can saute up and start to get just amazing. It's amazing there's some liquid in here. So, you know, the freeze-dried stuff is gonna refresh right away. So there's a 1/4 cup of the green chilies. These are mild green chilies, and they're one of my favorites as far as Thrive goes. And then I want to use up the rest of this can of diced or chopped, sliced chilies. And then we're gonna add, I'm gonna add a half a cup of the red and green bell peppers because I really like lots of bell flavor in here. So that's 2 1/4 cup measurements. And we're gonna get this all mixed in. Make sure I feel like we got some good color going on. I can smell the capsaicin. It smells amazing already. Oh my gosh. And look how beautiful these tomatoes look. Oh, yum. Okay. We're not quite ready for the tomatoes. I'm gonna let this saute until my onions kind of start looking translucent, and then I'll come back and we'll add our sauce, and it's just gonna be fantastic and pretty quick and easy. Oh, let's do our spices. Okay, so this is smoked paprika. I'm gonna say that's a good healthy tablespoon. Cumin. I love cumin. A good handful of that. Palmful. And chili powder. Palmful. Okay, I may need more chili powder, but my chili beans are spiced. They are spiced with chilies and onions and all that stuff, so they're delicious. You can adjust your spices to your liking. You know, if you like it hot, add some cayenne in there. I like it spicy. That's how I like it. So, anyways, we're gonna do it that way. All right, so it's time to add my crushed tomatoes. And it smells so good. It really does smell wonderful. And I like nice thick chili, so I probably won't add any broth, but we'll see. Let's look. I may rinse out my jars with some water, but look, that's perfect. Oh, and this is gonna simmer, and you got big chunks of tomatoes with smaller ones. How perfect is that? And I can add my beans in now. And there's a perfect pot of chili. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. And I'm adding all the beans, the liquid, everything. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it right-handed for you so you can see them coming out of the jar. They're fantastic. These were kidney beans. And I could, if I go back there and find a pint of black beans, I might add some black beans to this and make it really good. But it is good. With all the spices that were in there, I'll probably rinse that jar. Okay, and we have probably 3 1/2, 4 quarts of, I would say 4 quarts of chili right here. And yeah, I might go grab some more black beans because you can't have too many beans, in my opinion. It's such a good source of protein that you kind of need it. So I'm going to rinse this jar out with some water here. Just a little bit, so I don't waste any of the spice that's in there. And that can cook down and evaporate. So it's almost time for a little bit of a taste test, honestly. So let me grab a tasting spoon. I'll go grab those black beans. And okay, so we're back, and I added another palmful of chili powder and cumin. I did not feel like it had enough, but I love those spices. So if you don't like that, any of these ingredients, if you don't like it, you can leave them out, or you know, you can interchange. If you don't, obviously, if you don't have Thrive, then use fresh or frozen peppers, and you'll be just fine. It'll still come out delicious. And if you don't have canned tomatoes, home canned tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, use store-bought canned tomatoes or fresh. Okay, I didn't have any more black beans in the pint jars, and I don't want to open a quart for this, or it will be too big a pot of chili to consume in the next few days. And so I pulled out some kidney beans because I like kidney beans, or not kidney beans, pinto beans. I like pintos and kidneys in chili, so it works out perfect. And that, I think, is the perfect ratio of beans. And I rinsed those beans to get all that starch off of them. There was no sodium added, no spices or anything, so when you do that, you want to rinse. Okay, let's get a bite here, and I'll try to give you a flavor profile. And, ooh, smells wonderful. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is perfect. I'm gonna let this cook down though. The acidity from the tomatoes, I may need to add a little bit of sugar to counteract that. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit. You know, it's gonna simmer here for a couple hours, and then at the end, if I still feel like it's acidic, I'll add some, but it is delicious. Now I've got plenty of chili powder, plenty of cumin, and I'm excited. That's a big pot of chili. Didn't have to go to the store and spend a dime. Now, I'm eating this at yesterday's prices, basically. So if you think of it that way, it's an easy way to keep your pantry stocked. And let me know if there's some other videos in the future that you'd like to see using pantry items. That meaning I didn't go to the store and buy something for the recipe. All right, we'll be back. So I've dished up my chili, I've topped it with cheese, and I'm ready to garnish it with some green onions. You could actually use some cilantro, anything you like. I think this is beautiful, and I'm gonna take a close-up shot, and we'll be back to give it a taste test when it's actually, I'm able to eat this, because it's hot. But oh my gosh, look how thick and rich that chili is. And this is perfect for a fall day. All right, we'll be right back. So I think I'm ready to take a bite here. I'm excited. Give me just a second. Get me some cheese and some green onion in that bite. I want some beans and tomato, all the good stuff that's in here. And this chili is thick, it's delicious. And you can serve this over rice or pasta, either one. Chili mac is wonderful for leftovers. It's not too spicy. I didn't make it too spicy. I'll probably be sharing this at work, and so I don't want to make it too spicy. What happens is they go, oh, I can't eat that. Anyway, oh my gosh, that's so good. So I hope this inspires you. So I truly hope this inspires you to go ahead and make some chili this fall. It's delicious. This is healthy. It's lean. It's full of protein with the beans and the turkey and everything and the cheese. And right out of, I just grabbed stuff that I already have. I did not go to the store for any of this. And I really didn't plan to have chili today until today. So good. I can taste all those peppers. I love it. So guys, don't forget there's a bunch of links below that might be pertinent to anything that happened in this video, and you can go check that out for yourself, and go join me on Facebook, say hi, and I can't wait for the next recipe because it's going to be amazing. All right guys, and it might be using some of this leftover because that's a lot of chili. There's at least 4 quarts of chili there, and I don't can up chili with meat in it. That you know, so I won't be canning this, but I definitely am going to use all the leftovers. So I hope you stay along, and I'll show you how. Or if you want me to, let me know in the comments below, and give me a thumbs up while you do it. All right, bye. Mwah.